Alright, hello, this is Charlie from the Gaming Guys, and I'm going to be building an island today using Minecraft World Edit, which is a plugin for both single player and multiplayer. The multiplayer uses buckets. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to mask 8 and 9, which is both forms of water, and you're going to create just an iron kind of base for your big island. And this is kind of going to be the main outline for your island, so you want everything on it to be iron. So that gravel, I mask it and I quickly get rid of it. Then I go back to masking the water, and then I do the same thing with the grass. And you want to make it so that all the bottom layer is iron. Right there, you'll see that I actually have a grass island that I'm connecting it to. I made that beforehand, kind of testing out this system, and then I kind of took it on a bigger scale. So both sections of the island are homemade. So now you're gonna like kind of outline it with stone, and it's okay if you can still see iron. Don't worry about that through the cracks. My tip for this is get as much variation as possible and get the outline done first. So have the outline low and have it kind of peak in the middle. It's helpful when you smooth it out. And another big tip for this whole project is don't worry what it looks like until the very end. It's going to look bad until a couple of final key steps. So be wary about that. So as you can see, I'm just kind of slowly making my brush size bigger. I'm just kind of like slowly creeping into the middle. So there's like a brush size of 7 that I'm having, and just kind of like throwing them in there, and I'm making it slowly get less high and kind of softer. Another thing that I like to do on this one is have a lower section than other sections. It kind of just adds a little more realism to it if you have one section that's kind of lower in height than the other ones. So yeah, keep going on this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to mask the stone to be sand. And what this does is it makes it fall down, and it makes it actually, if you had any like leaning over the iron outline, it'll actually fall into the water and like essentially get erased. So that's actually really good. So again, it looks really ugly again, so now you're going to smooth it out. Now, I had some trouble with the smoothing because this was my first time smoothing something this large, so I did have some trouble. A big tip would be to not mask anything. So I originally masked it so to only use data from sand and only smooth sand, but that didn't really work. As you can see, I got this like spider patch almost, and I couldn't undo it because I did too much. So I had to fill it in. So just don't mask anything, and you probably won't have a problem like that. If you do, it's really not a big deal. As you can see, I fix it right here. I just add a bunch of stone, and then I make it sand, and then I flatten it out again. That looks okay. If things like that, that iron are sticking out and stuff like that, it's okay because this next step is to mask all the iron and turn it into stone to add some realism to it because there are stone on the bottom of the islands. And then what you're going to do is you're going to drop in a cylinder with a height of 1 of gravel, and that will drop down onto your thing and kind of cover it in a layer of gravel. This is ridiculously CPU intensive, so it will lag your computer quite a lot. So just be patient. It probably took me a minute for it to load. This video is obviously sped up for convenience purposes. It did take me 20 minutes in the end, 15 minutes to get the whole thing. So now you're going to mask the gravel and turn it into grass, and that's pretty simple. So yeah, like I said, this only took this was probably like the 15-minute point to get to this section from start to end. And so it's a very quick project, and now it looks okay. So I made a big forest of redwood now, just to kind of add some texture to it with trees. And there you go. There's a really easy island to do. I made it snow just because I like seeing what it looks like snowed. I didn't really like the look of this snowed very much. But if you do, it's great. So this was just making an island, like I said, only 15 minutes of work, pretty easy. On your computer, except for that big section with the gravel. This is Minecraft World Edit. It's a super awesome plugin that comes part of single player commands. There will be a link to that, and it's also part of a multiplayer plugin called Craftbook, which is made by the same person, which uses Bucket. This was Charlie from the Gaming Guys, and I brought you a World Edit tutorial. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, especially if you liked it. Check out our playlist. There's a link there, and our channel, there's a link there too. The playlist has way more World Edit tutorials, and the channel has way more videos of all kinds that have to do with gaming. So thanks for watching yet again, and this is Charlie from the Gaming Guys signing off.